Everywhere you look, everything you see is a reflection of you. And when you're coming from being identified with the mind, everything is a reflection of your mind. Everything that you say, it is, or that is, or however you define it to be, or perceive it to be, or experience it to be, is a reflection of the mind that is assuming it, labeling it, defining it, projecting onto it. And it is a reflection of the mind, of the concept of the mind, of the construct of the mind, of the flavor and the texture of the mind that is experiencing it. And yet, underneath the surface of all of those perceptions and sensations and appearances and forms, all of which are coming and going, is the real you, which everything is also a reflection of, but in a deeper, more subtle, more profound truth. Because when you look around you, and there's a gigantic Buddha statue just across the way from me, I would show you, but it's so far that you wouldn't be able to see it. And it's huge. And of course, it's a statue, so it just stands there. It's not moving. It just watches. And it may not be sentient or conscious in the way that we would think of it, even though the materials that it's made of have consciousness, and the people who created it had consciousness, which was infused into it. But regardless, imagine if it were real. Imagine if it were a conscious being, which is what it's representing. And it's immovable. It's unchanging. It's timelessly still, witnessing and observing, watching over the city and the mountains and the ocean and all the people and the comings and the goings of all the activity. It is utterly present, not wavering for a second, and that is a representation of the Buddha consciousness, or the Christ consciousness. It is a reflection of your true nature. Just as these trees are a reflection of your true nature. No matter the weather, no matter the wind, no matter the heat, no matter what's going on around them, they don't move. Yes, they may sway with the wind, they may get battered and beaten, but they don't move an inch. And how long have they been standing here for? How many years? That is a reflection of your true nature. No matter what is happening around you, no matter what seems to be going on in your life, no matter what you may be experiencing, there is a truth within you which is unchanging. It is timeless. It is immovable. It is untouchable. That changeless, timeless, infinite being is watching unconditionally. And it has nothing to say about what's happening. It observes in pure causeless joy, in true unconditional love. It embraces all. It accepts all. It forgives all. It is in a complete, utter, timeless surrender to what is. And it is at peace because of that. And that is what you are. Always, already. That peace, that freedom, that truth, that happiness, it cannot change. It cannot go anywhere. There's nowhere for it to go. It is what you are. It is that which is always perceiving underneath all perceptions, all conceptions, all ideas that you identify with and project outward. That real you is in a constant, infinite state of bliss. And it is but one momentary shift of your consciousness to recognize it, to align with it, to identify with it, because it is your true identity. It is who and what you really are. The I am. And if this tree could speak, that's what it would be constantly, perpetually saying. I am. I am. I am. And in that beingness, pure consciousness, everything is, everything exists, and everything that is meant for your relative experience is brought to you. The tree is fed by the water from the rain. It is nourished by the sunlight. And in truth, these are both just symbols for the essence, which is life itself, which is that consciousness itself. When you align with your true self, the greatest nourishment comes from within. And it may sound crazy, but there are realized beings who are nourished by that life force in and of itself. And of course, this is not necessarily relevant for all of us, maybe not for you, but to understand that truth, that you are a sovereign, whole, self-sourced being. And it is only through our beliefs, it is only through our mind that we create the experience of needing anything, of wanting anything, of desiring anything, of being beholden to anything outside of us. And it's a beautiful game that we play. It is amusing, it is entertaining, it can be beautiful, it can be painful, all of which is, in truth, bliss to that infinite, timeless you. It's just a play of the mind. It's just a symphony of life. And it is seen to be that when seen through the eyes of your true self, from the source of your being. And time disappears. Space collapses. There is no over there and here and then and even now. Now is. You are. And that is it. You are that. And there's nothing more nourishing and fulfilling than that realization of your true self. Everything comes to you in that infinite now moment as you come into alignment with the present. Everything falls away. And all that is known to be here as what you are.